I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and here is yet another Week 1 NFL play that we're going to be locking in this week. So if you've been paying attention to anything, whether it's you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you're checking it frequently multiple times a day, you're already created an account and you're inside of our Discord where we're blasting updates every single day, or maybe you're just on the email list because you've created a free account and you've seen the email we send out every single day about the plays we're locking in. So we've done a Thursday night play. We've done a Friday night play, because if you didn't see, there's a Friday game happening in Brazil. And we've done a Sunday day play. So what I've pulled up on screen here is a Monday night football. We have the Jets versus the San Francisco 49ers. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers lasts more than 4 snaps this time. But yeah, that's what we're looking at here for this. So I'm doing a every day of this week. The show is going to be geared towards NFL Week 1. So because we've touched on all the other days, we're doing Monday Night Football today. And the best part of Monday Night Football is it's my birthday. September 9th, baby. Speaking of my birthday, some other things to address here real quick. So if you guys don't know, I am a crazy big, hardcore tennis fan. I've been watching tennis for many, many years. Maybe even 20 years now, I'm not sure. I have been saying that if an American male, so a U.S. men's player, makes it to a final of a tennis major, which you have, the French Open, Wimbledon, Australian Open, the U.S. Open, particularly if they make it to the U.S. Open, because that's easier for me to travel. I don't have to fly international or anything. If it's been a while, the last American men's player to make it to the U.S. Open final was Andy Roddick in 2005, I think. So it's been almost 20 years of me waiting. And I said, if it happens again after these 2 decades of me waiting, I'm going to go to that match. I'm going to go to the final. So I was watching Francis Tiafoe last night. He was versing Dimitrov, I believe he's Bulgarian, and he statistically odds-on underdog. He was not the favorite. And I was looking while I was watching this match, and I was looking at the bracket for this U.S. Open match, and it was I noticed that Taylor Fritz had already upset his opponent to make it to the semifinals. And if Francis upset his opponent, we would have 2 U.S. men's players in one side of the semifinals, which means it's a guarantee there's going to be a U.S. men's player in the U.S. Open final for the first time in almost 20 years, something that I personally, as a major tennis fan, have been waiting for the entire time. So as soon as he won the match, I booked myself a round-trip flight and got a ticket to that match. So on Sunday, NFL Sunday, while all you guys are watching the 1 p.m. games, I'm going to be in New York at the U.S. Men's Open Final. So it's definitely a bucket list item for me, something, like I said, been waiting quite a while for. The reason I bring this up on an NFL show, though, is, again, if you've been paying attention to our emails, paying attention inside Discord, I'll pull it up here real quick. This is a thumbnail for a show. So for the NFL football season, we have a new show that's called A Dollar and a Dream. So how this show works is Sundays, this is going to be every Sunday of the NFL season, with an asterisk, I'll get to that in a second. Every Sunday of the NFL season at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So kickoff, 1 p.m. games, that's 2 hours before. We're going to go live on this YouTube channel. I am going to be pulling up PlayerProps.ai, and I'm also going to be getting, I guess you can say, user feedback or picks, essentially, from you guys in the YouTube chat, in the live chat. So we're collectively, myself, PlayerProps.ai, and you viewers that are commenting in the chat your favorite play for NFL Sunday, we're going to collectively build a massive parlay that has a minimum odds of 100xing your ROI. But it's called A Dollar and a Dream because if you've seen any of my stuff, that I recommend never doing a parlay more than 6 picks, which you can see in the Bankroll Management channel. But for this one, this is just going to be a single dollar. No matter what your bankroll is, it's just going to be a single dollar. That's why it's called A Dollar and a Dream. Now, we can do a 1,000x parlay, a 10,000x parlay, but the minimum is we can't finish the show until I've put together a 100x parlay with what I'm finding on the PlayerProps.ai app and what you guys are saying is your favorite play in the Discord as well. And then we all put $1 on it, and then if it hits, then we all make at least $100. So it's a show that you definitely want to tune in for. Now, collectively, you're saying, okay, you're off on a bunch of different tangents. I'm going to piece it together here for you. Because I'm flying to New York for the U.S. Men's Open Final, that is at the match starts Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be flying out at the butt crack of the morning, even before the sun comes out, to go up there to make sure if there's any delays I don't get screwed. But this Sunday, week 1, I will not be able to do this live stream. So, because of this new news that we found out last night that there's going to be a guaranteed U.S. men in the final for the majors for the first time since 2005, I'm going to be doing this show just for week 1 on Saturday, college football Saturday. I know kickoff is at noon, but we're sticking to the 11 a.m. time. Now, because it's on Saturday, that does open us up to the potential of adding some college football bets in there, but I think I want to stick to NFL as much as possible. So, I want you to put this in your calendar right now. I want you to set an alarm in your phone. This Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to go live on this YouTube channel for our first ever episode of our new live stream show, A Dollar in a Dream. And then tune in, collectively build it together. And it's very important that you tune in while it's live and don't watch the replay, because we're going to be going through actual odds that are available on the sports books. So if you wait till maybe Sunday morning to watch this, watch like the replay once the live stream's done, chances are you're going to miss out on the lines and everything's going to change. So you want to tune in, you want to lock it in as soon as we put it together. So that is what I wanted to cover here. I get a serious bucket list item checked off. It's perfect timing because Monday, as I said, is my birthday. And we're doing a show focusing on Monday Night Football. So that is why we came to the conclusion. You see how I pieced it all together there? That is why we're talking about tennis. We're talking about my birthday. We're talking about football. Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Do not miss it. Now, let's see if we can find the play for Monday Night Football. Jets in San Francisco. Probably, I think this is the best defensive matchup of week 1. Arguably. I can look at other days, but I know the Jets have a top 5 defense, and I know the 49ers have a top 5 defense. Without me even looking back to see what the other matchups are again for week 1, 2 teams that have a top 5 defense versing each other week 1, something to consider. That does not mean that we're going to be targeting unders because it's going to be a defensive play, but you want to have that in the back of your mind. Both of these teams are loaded and stacked on defense. I have receiving yards as our default prop because, as I mentioned, that's one of my personal favorites, and not just a favorite like I like receiving yards. I just think that the AI tools are more successful with receiving yards than any other stat. That being said, of course, we're going to be tracking all this stuff. So if we find 2 weeks into the season, like, hey, rushing yards are crushing it, focus on that one first. Then, of course, you want to, when you're pulling up the app on your own, applying yourself, doing exactly what I'm teaching you to do on every single episode, then I'll tell you in the Discord, hey, we're going to be focusing on rushing yards. But again, we have receiving yards pulled up here. Breece Hall has a pretty nice difference. His AI projection is 42.75, and his receiving yards line is 26.5. What you have heard from me in all of the other episodes where we focused on Thursday Night Football, Friday Night Football, and Sunday Day Football, even though I like receiving yards and I feel like the AI is very successful towards that, I don't like lines that are under 40 yards. That's kind of my bare minimum. But there's always consideration to opening up that availability. Breece Hall is one of the best pass-catching backs in the NFL. If you think about what I said about defense, so he's on the Jets. The 49ers are stacked on defense. Aaron Rodgers hasn't played in 12 months, essentially. The 49ers are going to get after Aaron Rodgers. What do quarterbacks do when the defense gets after the quarterback, they get the ball out as quickly as possible. Who's the first person, the closest proximity to somebody getting the ball out as quickly as possible? Typically, it's the running back and tight end, which, as I'm explaining this, you see the top two plays, the running back and the tight end of the same team with the same concept. I think Breece Hall, I mean, his percentage difference is double the percentage difference of Tyler Conklin. So I think this is going to be our Monday Night Football play. All of this past data you see on the screen, all these the bar graph stuff, doesn't really mean much because this was not Aaron Rodgers. Remember, he got hurt 4 snaps into the season last year. He tore his Achilles. And so this data doesn't match Breece Hall having Aaron Rodgers. Our AI believes that now that Aaron Rodgers is healthy and he's not going to snap his Achilles on the 5th play of the game or the 4th play of the game, that Breece Hall is going to get enough action with the 49ers coming after Aaron Rodgers that he's going to get at least, this is not saying we're betting on him getting 42.75 yards like the AI is saying. This is us saying he's going to get at least 27 yards or 27 yards or more to cover his line. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are locking in for Monday Night Football, which again, it's my birthday. We have so many cool things coming out this season. So I know that we have NFL Live and College Football Live. You guys, oh, this is great. We have, football's back. I am working on things that have not been discussed anywhere in the Discord or any YouTube video that will blow your minds. We are working around the clock, 7 days a week to get it done as quickly as possible, but as well done as possible. We don't want to cut any corners. But when you guys download PlayerProps.ai app version 2.0. It's not live yet, but when you see that pop up on your screen, hey, new version's available, you see 2.0, it's gonna blow your minds. That's how many awesome new features we're adding to this. A lot of things have been requested from our community over the past couple months. We've heard your suggestions, your ideas, and we're gonna be building the best research app on planet Earth. I mean, we kind of already have it, but we're gonna go above and beyond. If you have any questions about anything whatsoever, as always, ask me in the comments of the YouTube video. Ask me in the Discord. It's easier that way to get my attention. But I wish you guys the best of luck. Tomorrow is kickoff, baby. Make sure you go back and you watch the Thursday night play on this YouTube channel that we had. But yeah, man, we finally made it. This is the last YouTube show that I'm recording before NFL starts. This is probably the last non-NFL. It's because the season's technically tomorrow. So this is the last non-active season NFL show till this time next year. So we got 365 days. Anyway, good luck. I'll see you guys tomorrow.